Good evening, folks. Welcome back to Realltom Football. I'm Realltom, and I'll bring you the watch along today, folks, for Leicester City, who take on Nottingham Forest live in the Premier League. If you do a watch a stream on a replay, then please do make sure that you leave a like on stream and hit the subscribe if you are new. And thank you very much to everyone that has joined us here today. Now let's have a look at the comments. So we've got Ricky in the house. Hello, Ricky. He says, "Come on, Forest." I'm doing good, thank you, Ricky. How are you doing, Ryan Tune? And hello to the goats as well. So, in a moment we are going to get through to the team lineups. We're going to have a little look at the team lineups. But first, we're going to preview a very special weekend so far, as it has proven. So yeah, lots to talk about. A humongously brilliant weekend, really, I have to say. Actually, it's been quite brilliant. Oh, wow, Fast is going to make his home debut. Right, M&F music we want. Yes, we want the M&F one. And here it is, folks. Let me try this. Good, I'm doing good, thank you. And come on, my legs. What's up with your legs, Fraser? I am going to go for 1-0 Forest. Dramatic ending to the music, but now let's get through then to, well, firstly, a humongously celebratory North London derby for Arsenal. A 3-1 victory over Tottenham after an extraordinary game. It was very competitive, but let's go through it. So Thomas Partey got the opening goal inside 20 minutes. He scored an absolute screamer, a banger, to make it 1-0 Arsenal, and it's probably one of the goals of the season. It'll be a contender. Definitely goal of the month. And then, unfortunately, Tottenham got a penalty because of a Gabriel mistake, which meant that the scumbags equalised to make it 1-1 through Harry Kane. And then that was pretty much it for the first half. Second half, though, Arsenal came alive in the 49th minute. It was a Lloris mistake, which gifted Gabriel Jesus a tap-in the end to make it 2-1. And then Emerson Royale got a straight red card due to a serious foul play challenge, which I agree with, on Gabriel Martinelli. He hit the side of Martinelli's ankle with his studs, made no attempt to play the ball, and I thought it was a straight red card. I thought the referee, who I don't like, got it right. And to finish the game off, what better than to see Granit Xhaka score to make it 3-1 and finish the game off. So 10 men Tottenham were beaten, and Arsenal were happy as Larry. Oh, you tied this time. Are you monetised yet, Fraser? So yeah, that was the North London derby as well. We had Bournemouth, who drew 0-0 to Brentford. Crystal Palace were beaten 2-1 by Chelsea. After Odsonne Edouard gave Palace the early lead, but then Chelsea came back with an Arsenal scumbag, former scumbag, Aubameyang scoring, and also Conor Gallagher, the former Crystal Palace player who was on loan last season, gets the winner in additional time. Fulham, beaten 4-1 by Newcastle. 10 men Fulham, embarrassing. I hated it. Liverpool, after going 2-0 down, came back to win it. Came back to 3-2. And then a late equaliser from hat-trick hero Leandro Trossard for Brighton. And it finished 3-3 in that game. It was a thriller. Southampton were beaten 2-1 by Everton after an early second half goal from Southampton. And then Dwight McNeil sealed the perfect quick-fire comeback for Everton. And West Ham were 2-0 winners over Wolves. A very comfortable win for the Hammers. City, in a goal-scoring but quite boring derby, were 6-3 winners over Manchester United. They were 4-0 up at the break with Phil Foden and Erling Haaland both on braces. And then in the second half, both of them again sealed their hat-tricks. United, however, did complete a 3-goal consolation comeback kind of thing. So it was poor defending in the second half from City. And to finish the Super Sunday off, Leeds drew 0-0 to the relegation, as I felt like I should have won. And we have Leicester versus Nottingham Forest. But first, let's go to the chat, see what's happening in chat. Anything exciting? Not really. So we do have what is known as the East Midlands Derby, another derby. I wouldn't class it as a derby, but it's big. So Danny Ward begins in goal for Leicester. James Justin plays with Wout Faes. Johnny Evans, who wears the captain's armband today, and Timothy Castagna in a back four. A midfield five of Harvey Barnes, Yuri Tielemans, James Maddison, Kiernan Dewsbury Hall, and Wilfred Ndidi. And Jamie Vardy leads the line for Leicester. On the bench, it's Danny Liverson, Danny Lamarte, Luke Thomas, Mark Albrighton, Dennis Pratt, Boubacar Soumare, Kelechi Iheanacho, Ayoze Perez, and Patterson Daka. For Nottingham Forest, it's Dean Henderson in goal. Steve Cook wears the captain's armband, and he's on the defence alongside Nico Williams, Scott McKenna, and Renan Lodi. In the midfield four, it's Morgan Gibbs-White, Jesse Lingard, and Lewis O'Brien and Cheku Kouyaté, who was a former Crystal Palace player, and Taiwo Awoniyi leads the line alongside Brennan Johnson. On the bench, it's Wayne Hennessy, it's Serge Aurier, Joe Worrell, Willy Bolly, Oro Mangala, Ryan Yates, Remo Freuler, Sam Surridge, and Emmanuel Dennis. Oh, shame, innit? Hello to Oliver, though. He says, come on, Leicester, need Rodgers in a job for another 2 weeks. Well, most certainly, there is the risk of him getting sacked. Because Leicester are on the bottom of the table and they've got just 1 point. And that came on at the opening weekend. Since then, no points. And all very embarrassing defeats for Leicester, except for the Arsenal one. That was quite comfortable. But put Leicester aside, Nottingham Forest not doing too badly. They're sat second from bottom at the moment. They've come in bad form, though. Maybe they might be able to improve here at the King Power tonight and restart. I don't think they've quite done a Brentford, but, they can start getting to heights that Brentford did last season. So, yeah. I am sure there'll be plenty of action tonight. I can tell you there'll be action tonight. There will. just before I let this go, I just want to give you a little heads up about the league table. Arsenal still leading by 1 point on the top of the table. Man City in second. Spurs, after their defeat, reign in third on 17 points and a +9 goal difference. Brighton, after their draw, are on 14 points and in fourth. Chelsea move up to fifth. United go down into sixth. Newcastle come up to seventh. Fulham drop down to eighth. Liverpool drop down to 9th. Brentford go down into 10th. Everton come up into 11th. Leeds go down to 12th. Bournemouth go down to 13th. Aston Villa, the relegation, has come up to 14th alongside West Ham, who come up to 15th after their win against Wolves. And Southampton, Palace and Wolves all drop down a place, with Wolves dropping into the relegation zone alongside Nottingham Forest and Leicester City. And next weekend is going to be quite a different weekend in the Premier League, because look, we need to look at the fixtures. Here we are. So it will be a change to Saturday Night Football and also Super Sunday. So here they are. Here's the changes. So Saturday the 8th of October consists of 2 Premier League games, because the 12:30 kickoff has been moved to Sunday. That will all be revealed shortly. But we have choices at 3 o'clock of Bournemouth versus Leicester, Chelsea versus Wolves, Newcastle versus Brentford, or Man City versus Southampton. And the 5:30 option is Brighton versus Spurs. We'll be doing a 3 o'clock and a Brighton and a fight at the 5:30, so we'll be doing a double header on that Saturday Night Football. And how about a triple header for you on Super Sunday? It's Crystal Palace versus Leeds. Then we'll be moving on to the Emirates Stadium, where Arsenal take on Liverpool and Everton take on Man United. And the action does not stop there, because another Monday Night Football comes up with Nottingham Forest taking on the relegationers. So an exciting week of football. There's loads more as well this midweek. Don't forget, we are going to be streaming non-stop this week. It's going to be all content this week. Every day you'll see my face, every day, including a predictions video for the Premier League, which will be coming out on Thursday or Friday. So now let's get the overlay on and let's go and join the King Power crowd. So, will it be Fantastic Forest, or will it be lob them out the window for Leicester? I've got my fingers crossed for a Forest win, but let me know your predictions using the poll, which is available for you if you are a viewer on YouTube. The monster is coming out. The monster. Oh yes, Forest did beat Leicester 4-1 at the City ground, so maybe that gives Forest a bit of confidence, Steve Cooper. And considering that Leicester are only on 1 point and rock bottom, which is where the relegationers should be. So, an East Midlands derby, not the biggest though. Not the biggest for Nottingham Forest, because Nottingham Forest's biggest derby, as you are aware, is with Derby County. But this will be tense. This will be quite something. I think Steve Cooper can win it. Can you? Do you think that Steve Cooper can win it? Let me know. Well, the poll is saying 50% of you back in Leicester, 25% back in a draw, and 25% back in Nottingham Forest. So quite an even poll. We've got 2 votes then. 50% is 2 votes for Leicester City, and 1 vote for a draw, and 1 vote for Nottingham Forest. So we'll see. We'll see if that poll's right. So don't forget, loads of Champions League action coming up as well this week. The weekend is going to be great. A little bit strange though for me, because I've not really experienced the no 12:30 kickoff on a Saturday before in quite a while, and we'll just mute that. Our thoughts go with Ukraine as Leicester are going to get us kicked off at the King Power. And it is the Forest fans you can hear. Well, here's Maddison. Look to pick out Barnes early on. Here's Dewsbury Hall, and over the top from Dewsbury Hall. Well, Dewsbury Hall was once an academy youth, and in recent seasons, but the past 2 seasons, we've started to see him grow into a key role for Leicester, really. Key player, definitely. I'm just going to have a look here. Would a win for Leicester take them out of the relegation zone? I doubt that it would. I do doubt it would, because yes, it would not. A win would not be enough, because they would have to win by what, 3-0, whatever, to get. But they're gonna, no, they can't, because Wolves are on 6. So no matter what, they can't. But Nottingham Forest most certainly can. And whoa, it's an Achilles heel here for Leicester. Goals conceded from set pieces. Well, that is quite a high number just at the start of the season, and you wonder if it will be in the hundreds at the end. Leicester nearly conceded from every corner, and they nearly conceded from that one. It's not over yet. There's the shot, and it's another corner, won by O'Brien for Forest. Well, you always wonder when Nottingham Forest is spoken about. Is Lad Baby in the stands, or is he watching on Sky Sports? Well, there's the corner. Well, Leicester survived that second one, but it comes out to Brennan Johnson, and offside is called by Rob Jones, who is the match referee today. They have got a bit of money from that Fofana, yes, but Wesley Fofana was a very key player for Leicester City. And here's Maddison. Well, the offside flag is up and it denies James Maddison a corner for Leicester. So I do understand that we are 3 minutes in, but let's just go through this midweek schedule really quickly. Now, of course, Thursday is the only thing that's confirmed so far. It will be Arsenal Bodo Glimt, of course, as well. Will probably be priority. Well, I think I'm going to struggle with Premier League predictions this week, but I will manage it due to the fact that we are 8 o'clock. I mean, come back by Adidi, collected by Maddison, Vardy on the move. And Yuri Tillemans with the setup for Kiernan Dewsbury Hall. Maddison. Well, Faz. Maddison. Yeah, we are going to have a bit of Liverpool versus Rangers on tomorrow. And Anfield. Oh, Vardy. And it's well cleared. Yeah, we're going to have a bit of Liverpool Rangers tomorrow. Well, Maddison sent in an opportunity for a cross, and the header from Kieran Dewsbury Hall was just wide. It's agonisingly wide. You can tell by his reaction. And on Saturday, on Wednesday, how about a bit of well, I'm fancying Chelsea versus AC Milan, but I'm also fancying that Preston game. I would. Friday will consist of course, 8 o'clock kickoff, Queen's Park Rangers QPR versus Reading. We do tend to do either a Friday or Monday championship game, complimentary. You know, we just like to, I like a bit of championship every now and again. You know, get a bit of a taste of it. So we do tend to watch it when it's on a Friday or a Monday. Saturday, I'm just looking at the 12:30 slots. Will there be anything in? We said St Johnstone versus Celtic or Dagenham and Redbridge versus Southend United. Yeah, no. And Super Sunday, I'm just looking to see if there's a 12 o'clock game that might be suitable so that I can. Four's too much in it on a Sunday. I was trying to take advantage of the fact that, well, there's no 12:30 on Saturday. By going out on Saturday and then having a 4, but no, that's too much for on Sunday. 4 on a Saturday is okay, but 4 on a Sunday, no thanks. No thanks. But no, it will definitely be a weird weekend for me. It'll always play with my brain when I figure that I'm doing 2 on a Saturday, 3 on a Sunday. But Forest have a really good free kick and it's headed away by Vardy. It's a corner. He was injured for a lot of last season, Jamie Vardy, but he's back this season, ready to perform for Leicester, who are 1 point to the good at the moment. That was sarcasm, by the way, for the Leicester fans. I know a little bit of sarcasm from me, even though we don't actually have any Leicester. Well, I don't know if we do have Leicester fans. We tend to attract Spurs, Arsenal, and Liverpool fans. Actually, sometimes we get the rare Manchester United fans. We get sometimes Chelsea fans. Not many of them though. We're starting to get glimpses of Leeds fans coming in as well now. We're starting to attract more and more clubs, but our main clubs, I'd say our main source is Liverpool. Then it comes up to probably Arsenal. Third place would be Spurs. And also Leeds are now having an impact as well. Yeah. And we all know why Liverpool are involved in my fan base a lot. Not that I stream much, but the Liverpool fans seem to be happy to watch me. Sometimes we do get the Aston Villa fans as well, I forgot to mention, because, of course, Mr. Ring, all of his Villa fans, in his chat, start to get attracted to my channel. beginning to get sniffs of more and more clubs though. Dewsbury Hall feeding Maddison. At one point, we were actually a Chelsea-dominated fan base, and Dewsbury Hall with the ball in as Varney's on the move. When it reaches Harvey Barnes, is it to Justin, who actually wasn't that far away. It dipped. It was deflected, so it's going to be a corner. It's a good effort. It's been a pretty decent game, 9 minutes in. Flew a lot quicker than Super Sunday yesterday, I can tell you that for a fact. Saturday night football flew by, but that Super Sunday yesterday was just slow and awkward. Maddison plays the corner short. Gets the return from Tielemans, and O'Brien intercepts, and he fires the ball long. Jesse Lingard's on the chase, but Ward is in possession. McKenna with a crucial touch. Gets his foot in there. That Brandon Johnson header will help Cheku Kouyaté out, but his touch was loose. And Euro Tielemans picks up on that. Wow, 56 views with just about 11 minutes on the clock is quite something. 3 likes. Ooh, I can change that for you. I can absolutely change that. I can't do anything about the like button, mate. It's YouTube that's, But I can make it 4, because I haven't actually left a like on my own stream yet. Quite surprisingly enough. Oh, have I? Like on my own stream yet. Well, actually, I lie, I have. In fact, it's gone down to 2. One thing I do need to fix is the fact that I've not done my timestamps for a lot of the Premier League games I did this weekend. I try my best to do it on my college lunches, you know, but sometimes I'm just too hungry to think about, you know. Do you get what I'm saying? Too hungry to work. Yeah, I have a library card and I use the computer's the nearest library to try and get everything done. Yes, I use my lunch times to care for the channel. Came to Barnes, his touch reached Maddison, but Forest win it. Brandon Johnson, couldn't find a way out. He was in a real tangle of legs with the Leicester midfielder. It's quite a rash diving challenge from Nico Williams. It wasn't anything more than a free kick, but Forest's shirt does look weird because of the no sponsor. Vardy found space. There was no flag, and he felt like he should have scored then. Most certainly wasn't a bad free kick. You feel as though he should chest it down and go for the shot on his leg, but you know, yeah, it's actually when you look at it from the other angle, it's a poor header. It was totally free, and Got to get that on target. Well, here's Vardy, who is through with his feet. He shoots, but it's saved by Dean Henderson. He won't. Here's Jesse Lingard, who chose Forest over West Ham. It's O'Brien. Cook. Lingard. Out for a throw. Last touch came off Justin. .15 played. And it has flown by, you're right, Bill Leslie. It's absolutely flown by. No, neither do I, because my Thomas Partey, my baller, scored an absolute beauty on Saturday. So, no thanks. Free kicks given. Was a foul. Yeah, Thomas Partey is my baller. My baller. I'll cherish him for that goal. Well, I've already cherished him and Daka, but I cherish them both for scoring in the North London derby. Well, 1 on target and 7 for Leicester. Forest have had shots, 2 of which failed to get 1 on target yet, though. Brennan Johnson. Oh, and he's not. Gibbs White nudged off the ball. It's a nice ball over the top. If Dewsbury Hall can get there, he can. And he managed to get the touch to chip it in. There was a defender ahead of Vardy in Nottingham Forest. Did actually quite well defensively. The right bodies were backed. In the right positions and at the right time. Yellow card for a handball by Nico Williams. Free kick is given as well. Handball does deserve a yellow when it's deliberate, but that didn't look deliberate to me for Nico Williams. I think it's a harsh yellow. Maybe the yellow is based on the earlier foul, but even so, not enough for a yellow. I think that's harsh from Rob Jones. Maddison drives it in and Vardy maybe got a touch, but it was such a powerful ball played in. It wasn't that powerful, but it just had enough power to run straight into the goal, supposedly, had Henderson not been on his toes. Whether Vardy got a touch or not, that was on target. And this is a lovely pass. Brennan Johnson went for the chip. Well, he tried to do it, but he completely got it wrong. He was put off by his Welsh colleague, in which Danny Ward. Ward actually did really well, I thought. That did deflect off his hand there. That should be a corner if it's not offside. Well, it is offside. Here's Wout Faes, who was challenged by, I cannot pronounce his name, but Awoniyi. Here's Barnes, and he was put off there by Cheku Kuyate's presence. It's a really good challenge by Kuyate. Well, Brennan Johnson's quite the youngster, isn't he? He's a very special player. I think he has a bit of African roots in him. He's Welsh, but yeah, I think his dad or something is African, so I think he's like half. I don't know what half he is, but even so, the case is the Welshman's wonderful. Fantastic youth, and he probably deserves better than Nottingham Forest. Delivery from Nico Williams. It's spilt by Ward, but the bounce off the glove actually brought it back into his safe hands. It looked clumsy from the angle you saw it, but actually he was just bouncing it down and putting it into his gloves. It's a good interception. Now it's headed into the Dewsbury Hall, who can drive on. He's kept it in, and the ball played is headed away. Reaches Jesse Lingard. We've got Jake Jackson. Why can't you just show the stream? Because of copyright, mate. Listen. Oh, here's... oh, it's hit the post. I want you hit the post. It's a watch along. I can't show the stream because YouTube, you know, it's... I know you're on Twitch, but YouTube will get me down for copyright, and you know, YouTube is where I mainly do it, so I would hate to get a copyright strike, you see. If I show the game, I'm going to get my stream taken down or copyright. So, sorry Jake Jackson, but if you want any further details, you can speak to Fraser, my assistant, about it. If you want to see the copyright thing, be my guest, but as far as copyright's aware, this game can't be shown by me. Oh, that's a good prediction. No chance. You'll beat Rangers, you'll smash them. Rangers are shite. Maddison with the Leicester corner. It came off a Forest head, and there's appeals for handball against Vardy, and it is given by Rob Jones. Did look like it is hand. You've got to do a bit better. I want to hear you feel, because, well, it was basically an open goal except for Danny Ward to hit the post. Keeper was beaten. Although Bruno Fernandes will know what it feels like to hit the post, particularly at the Emirates Stadium. And Maddison with plenty of space to run into. Barnes now. Maddison. Tielemans. May he go for goal himself? He won't. He goes out wide to Barnes, who looked to drive it in, but it was blocked. Jesse Lingard gives it away. Maddison deflected in, and the Foxes lead at the King Power. Hopefully Leicester lose. It's a very lucky goal. They won't keep you shite. Just bang me toe. They won't keep the lead, Leicester, for long. Forest will equalise and they'll win the game. I proper did me toe in a couple of weeks ago. For kicking someone's knee, and oh God, it comes back to haunt me. Still to this day. I may have done my toe in for good. The fact it's still painful tells you all you need to know. Horrible. They aren't going to win the game, mate. I'm telling you right now. They're going to stay on 1 point. Fingers crossed. I want to see more of 1 point Leicester, you know what I mean? Although, to be fair, it would help Aston Villa on the way to relegation, you know what I mean? No, they'll be lucky to get a draw, mate. Barnes with a gorgeous finish. And it's 2-0. Two 0 to Leicester. So a lovely finish by Barnes. Lovely curls. Oh. Maddison. Foul's given. Lingard with a foul on Maddison. Go away, Terry. Brandon Johnson with the clearance, and that goes out for a Leicester throw-in. Well, Leicester have actually experienced 2 games where they've scored 2 goals, but end up losing by a 6-goal, by a 4 or 3 goal margin. For example, a 5-2 defeat to Brighton, then a 6-2 defeat to Spurs, both of which they scored 2 goals in. Maddison. Picked off there. Now it's cleared away by Dean Henderson. Ball over the top. Vardy, and he was offside anyway, but a pretty easy claim for Dean Henderson. So Henderson is going to send it long. Lingard with a touch, and it's out by Ndidi, throwing for Forest. Oh, this will reach. Oh, it won't reach Gibbs White. He didn't have enough pace to keep it in. Wasn't a very tough ask to keep that ball in and get a cross in. That's poor. Have a bit of hunger. Get the ball. Stop it from going out. Here's Maddison. Plays it out wide to Dewsbury Hall. Maddison returned to Dewsbury Hall. Tielemans into Maddison. Maddison flicks it into Tielemans. Dewsbury Hall can lead the charge. And that will be a free kick. He was held back by Cheku Kuyate, who does receive a yellow card. Not sure if Kuyate's on loan from Palace or is permanently Forest. I think Dewsbury Hall might have this. Maddison. Oh, it's a lovely free kick. They're flying. Well, could get worse. Embarrassing for Forest. Absolutely embarrassing. No one should ever be 3-0 down to Leicester. After their form, they've been in horrible form. You should be embarrassed to be 3-0 down, Forest. Really should be. Especially in the East Midlands derby. I feel as though Nottingham Forest should have kept the same squad, to be honest with you. Just... yeah, no. Ran and load it on the ball for Forest and Jesse Lingard. Here's Brennan Johnson. Jesse Lingard, it's blocked. Little fall for Kouyaté. And the ball's chipped back in towards Awaniyi. Comes out to O'Brien again. And offside given by Rob Jones. Well, when he was at West Ham, he was burying loads of goals. Jesse Lingard, he was like a bit like an Erling Haaland when he was at West Ham, but well, Forest, not so much, which is a real shame. Maybe he should have gone back to West Ham. West Ham need him. Let me know down below. Do you think Lingard should have gone back to West Ham, or did he make the right decision coming to Forest? And Harvey Barnes, by the way, is called offside. Well, there's Dane Murphy, the Forest chief executive. I'm sure will not be happy with this performance. You can't sack Steve Cooper though for this, really. I get that Forest, should be winning more games and should be doing better, but think about where Steve Cooper brought them. He brought them to the Premier League. Steve Cooper is an unsackable manager because of what he did for Forest. Took them right from the bottom, right from the ruins, and brought them to playoffs final, and brought Forest to the Premier League, brought them back to where they belonged. They belong. Well, some people would say belong. They haven't been here since 1999, and that's a achievement in itself for Steve Cooper to bring them back to where they should be. So yeah, if I see Steve Cooper get sacked, there will be a video coming out, because what that manager has done for this Forest team is incredible, really. Absolutely incredible manager. As I said to you, he carried them right from the ruins of the Championship and brought them to here, to the Premier League, to the top. And they've not seen that since 1999. Anyway, Maddison's going to get ready to take this corner for Leicester. Oh, I love it. Wait, Troll Josh. Put the Wolves badge on your... no, put the Birmingham City badge on your as your logo. Do that. And then go Birmingham City, you know what I mean? Do that, Jazz. Cheer for Birmingham City. Fires with the header on. Reaches Ndidi, who does get it out wide to Maddison. Maddison drives the crossing hard and low. Low enough for Dean Henderson to claim. So Tielemans wide to Dewsbury Hall. Sorry, Castagna, that is. Sometimes get them two mixed up a bit. Cheaply given away. Forest did put it out for a throw-in off deflection. Maddison back to Fies. 2 minutes to go before half time at the King Power. Dewsbury Hall wins another free kick for Leicester. In quite a promising position again, because that's perfect position ready for Maddison to whip, or Justin to whip one in there right into the mixer, and then good position. He plays it short though. Justin with the cross in, forced away. It looked very easily worked. Forest need to improve second half, because this is a real walk in the park for a Leicester side who really have been terrible, woeful. Too much of a walk in the park, some people would say. Here's Tielemans out wide to Maddison. Castagna tried to go for the dummy. It's cleanly won though. Brushes Loddy off. Maddison, lovely turn. Another dummy in there. Castagna with the cross, and 2 minutes added on. Touches in this game. Well, with 44, James Maddison had the most. It's Steve Cook who's actually had the most touches for Forest, but Leicester players dominating that list of most touches in the game. Fars. And Dewsbury Hall, it's blocked by Kouyaté. Comes out to him again though. Tielemans. And Rob Jones blows for half time, 3 seconds early. Wow. Forest have just been really below par. I wasn't expecting them to be this below par. Leicester have, well, it's been as easy as brushing a paintbrush across a wall for Leicester, really. Just too easy. We're going to rip open that first half in a couple of minutes. But at the break, it's 3-0. Embarrassing for Forest. Really should be embarrassed. Back in a couple of minutes, mate. At the break then, 3-0. Really, really embarrassing for Forest, in my opinion. Really embarrassing. Really, really embarrassing. I would be embarrassed because, well, I'm going to delve into it in a minute, but just, I mean, I don't normally do this nowadays because it's an old-fashioned thing, but I'm going to delve into the stats because Leicester, just come with me to the stats. Come right with me to the stats because that is just, oh man, I'm embarrassed that I'm not even a Forest fan. I know, crazy, innit? It really is. Leicester Fiesta, my arse. Okay, so I don't normally delve into the stats, but I mean, they were on 1 point, but no. Look, I'm going to have to delve into it because it's just been awful from Forest, and Leicester are an awful side, quite clearly. I mean, as I said to you, I'm absolutely embarrassed by this from Forest because, I mean, I'm not a Forest fan, but I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed. You can't come into the King Power with 40% possession like that. No shots on target from 4. You can't let Leicester have 5 on target and score 3 out of 12 shots. They've made 10 clearances. 2 yellow cards. And they've conceded 9 fouls. It's just really poor, in my opinion, really poor. To have James Maddison score a brace against you, I mean, really. And the space between the 2 goals, James, Maddison, then Barnes, and then free kick there. It's just unacceptable. And in the head-to-heads, I mean, talk about that form. Look at all the defeats. I mean, yes, they've had the same, but no. I'm embarrassed. Nottingham Forest should be doing a lot better. Really should be. And based on this, they should be. The season so far, I mean, worst defeat, 6-0. Unacceptable, really. I mean, 4-0 would be okay, but they've won 1-0 against West Ham. They can't beat Leicester. What's going on? Leicester haven't even had a biggest win yet. And this could be the biggest win. 3.14 goals average conceded per match. And you haven't had a shot on target against them. You let a rock bottom side dominate you at the King Power. You let a side who hasn't won a game yet dominate you. You've won 1. They've drawn 1. You've drawn 1. Yes, you've lost 5, but they have lost 6. How can you possibly... They've only scored a 1.3 average goals per match, Leicester. And they've conceded 3.14. How is that acceptable? Like, no clean sheets as well for Leicester. You can't let them get away with a clean sheet. You've even had 1. And you've conceded 3 in the first half to a really poor side. They only create 1. Well, I mean, you hadn't even created a big chance. They create some, not much though. It's just unacceptable. It really is. Forest need to improve and they need to get a draw because this is... Where's that side who started the season flying? Forest ain't the side who showed me how it was done. Forest ain't the side who deservedly got promoted through Steve Cooper. This is shambles. And you're losing 3-0 to Leicester at half time. How is that acceptable? How? How is that acceptable? Honestly. Really is unacceptable. I can understand you losing 2-0 to Tottenham. I can understand you losing 6-0 to City, but what I can't understand is you being 3-0 down at the break to Leicester. Leicester are the team who got beaten 6-2, slapped by Spurs. Leicester are the team who got beaten 4-2 by Arsenal. Leicester are the team who got slapped 5-2 by Brighton. I'm actually speechless at the moment, because Forest have got, the squad. Look at the squad depth. Look at the squad depth. All of these, look. Dean Henderson, top keeper. Steve Cook, top defender. All of these, top. Milwaukee White, he's a top player. Lingard, absolutely top player. O'Brien, one of their own. Brandon Johnson, top player. Cheku Kuyate, top player, came from Palace. And the forward, I don't know if he's top or not, but on the bench you've got Serge Aurier, a top former player from Tottenham. You've got Joe Worrell, one of your own. You've got Willy Bolly from Wolves. You've got Freuler. You've got Sam Surridge. You've got Emmanuel Dennis. They've got Daniel Iverson, Daniel Amate, Luke Thomas, Mark Albrighton, Dennis Pratt, Sumari, Iheanacho, Perez and Daka. Your squad is better than Leicester's. And you're losing 3-0. Without Vardy even scoring. You let Harvey Barnes score an absolute wonder goal. You let James Maddison score a brace and a wonderful free kick. What's going on? Unacceptable from Forest. If they don't show improvement signs in the second half, then I'd be concerned for them for the rest of the season. Because nobody should be 3-0 down to this Leicester side at the break. Nobody. AFC Bournemouth would probably do better against this Leicester side. Bournemouth would probably beat them. Because, well, comparison. Bournemouth. They drew 0-0 to Brentford, who are a top side. Bournemouth have only lost 3 games, and those 3 defeats were to City, Liverpool and Arsenal. 3 top sides. They won against Villa, and they've had a draw. They beat Forest. They got a draw against Newcastle, which I felt like I should have won, and they got a clean sheet against a really good Brentford side. Brentford demolished by Arsenal, but other than that, 1-1 against Everton. Lovely 5-2 win against Leeds. They hold back Crystal Palace. But Brentford even managed to hold back Leicester. Bournemouth probably will. Bournemouth actually had a really good start to the season. They've only lost to good top sides. They've won and drawn all the games they needed to. And that's a good win as well. 2-0 against Villa. And just ignore that. Because that's Liverpool. That's what you get against Liverpool. And yes, Brentford did beat Man United 4-0. They're a top side. They are. Forest can't compare to that. And if Brentford are losing 3-0 to Arsenal, I dread to think what will happen with Forest. Because they're 3-0 down in this game. Compare Forest to Bournemouth. And compare them to Brentford, who have never been in the Premier League before, and they came up and they have absolutely performed like a Premier League side the whole way through. My question is, why can't such a magical side, or a magical squad, do exactly the same as that? The playoffs should be bringing up magical teams, and Forest are magical. They're not showing the magic. Forest should be replicating Brentford, who have been absolutely magical. I doubt they'll get relegated. They're that good. Sort it out, Forest. Sort it out. It's given away to Samari. Lingard's appealing for a foul. He's not going to get it. Here's Harvey Barnes. Goes for the bottom corner. But the shot was too soft to beat Dean Henderson, who is quite a top keeper. He grew and grew at United, you know. In that no-fan season, he started to take De Gea's place, but then he disappeared. De Gea came back. And this goalkeeper has been pouring out to play, you know, full-time football. It's what he's getting at Forest. But he hasn't got at the moment, he hasn't got the team behind him. Quite clearly not, because, I mean, he's a top keeper. All the rest of his team aren't performing well enough. And Steve Cooper is such a top manager. Justin. Well, won back by Forest. And when I need to dig deep into teams, I will. I will. Because judging by that scoreline, Forest need a reality check. They need a wake-up call. Because they've got a top manager and they've bought an entire new squad of players. Start performing. Brentford barely made any signings when they came up to the Premier League. They kept the same players and they performed like a top team. And they were never here before. And Forest should be doing better. Oh dear, 13 goals conceded in the second half by Forest. 15 though conceded by their opponents, Leicester. His number 9, Awon Niyi. It's a throw-in, not a corner. Here's James Justin. Harvey Barnes out wide on the left. Dewsbury Hall returns it to Barnes. He tried to drive it in low. It was cut out by Cook though. It was an instinctive block. Turned his body well, Cook, and made the block. Yeah, really instinctively. Important block though. And Maddison comes up to take the corner. What can he create for Leicester? Maddison and Faz. It was lost over the bar by him. Good clearance by Faz. Forest really needs to get a goal now. Aurier wins the throw. Aurier has such a I'm awake face, doesn't he? It's an interesting ball over the top by McKenna. Oh, and this is going to be a tap in for... Well, it won't be a tap in for Brandon Johnson. He wins a corner. And one... Oh, Mika has not been here, has he? Yo again to Fraser, yeah. Chat has been down this weekend, unfortunately. Views haven't, though. We've hit 90 on this stream. We tend to average around about 100 views a stream, which is not bad. That is definitely a target, and it's definitely what we can reach. We know we can reach it here at Realltom Football. We have to grind hard, you know what I mean? I have to keep up with the social media. Because it helps. And here's Barnes. Oh, good challenge by Aurier. He did really well. It's a nice ball by Dewsbury Hall. You have to say. So James Maddison to take this Leicester City corner. By the way, I am going to be opening up a new merch store soon, so hopefully that should pop off, because you know, I'd like to see people with the key rings. You know what I mean? I'd like to see people with key rings. I'm going to try and buy like a bulk load and see if I can give them away at some point. Maddison. Yeah, I'll try and sell them for like a... Well, I'm hoping that they'll come at 50p a piece so that I can sell them for £1 each and a 50p profit. Barnes. But no, I do want to get merch up and going, because it's a... Well, yeah, just really need to get it sorted. Or is that a possible handball there? The VAR should check this. Chris Kavanagh is in VAR. Maybe a possible penalty. No penalty. Check complete. There you go. Leicester do have a corner though. Forest will want to defend. And they did defend it. It's only cleared as far as Dewsbury Hall though. Evans. It's too easy for Aurier. And now Brandon Johnson, the Welshman. Loddy on the run. Gibbs White. Aurier again. Gibbs White. Just got a man down at the moment. I've got a strangely enough, I've got a United States VPN on. 113 sites unblocked. Wow. Yeah, I don't need a VPN on. Oh, that's quite a challenge on Dewsbury Hall by Aurier. The flag was up anyway though, so it won't count as a foul. I doubt Rob Jones was going to give it anyway. 32 odd minutes to go. Come on, Forest, you've got half an hour to get into this match and get, well, 3 goals. Oh, sorry, Fraser, I didn't see your comment. What stream tomorrow, he says. What stream tomorrow? It will be... I think we're going to do Liverpool Rangers, but I'm not sure yet. TBC. TBC, I'm not sure yet, though. Liverpool Rangers is my top choice, but I'm not sure. Maybe I might go for a bit of Championship atmosphere. I'm not sure, you know. You know, because we always get different atmospheres usually. You know, when we do Championship games, we tend to get more and more people attracted, if that makes sense, because, You know, we are starting to get a wider community. I'd quite like to attract some new viewers with Championship game, but we'll see. We'll see. To be fair, it doesn't look like a bad game either, what we got on tomorrow. It's well, the offering's Cardiff versus Blackburn Rovers, or Reading versus Norwich City. There's going to be a substitution here. Well, Jamie Vardy is going to be replaced by Maddison Daka here. He's now done Jamie Vardy on the hour mark. I can hear the words Emmanuel Dennis as well. And he can hit the back of the net. A very, very talented player in Emmanuel Dennis. I would happily have him at Arsenal, Emmanuel Dennis. Welcome back, Oliver. How you doing? Villa, still. Mate, Villa. Some point Forest will find the feet. I can't see them coming back now, though. I really can't. Been so poor tonight. If you replay to half time, I totally dig deep into them. I explained how, you know, they should, because Steve Cooper, magic manager, great manager, brought them from the ruins of the Championship all the way back to the Premier League, where they belong. They bought a whole new squad of players, and they're playing like absolute crap. That's not good enough, and it's not good enough to be 3-0 down against Leicester at half-time either. Compare that to Brentford, who barely made any signings when they came up. And they came up, and what did they do? They absolutely shone, and they are still shining now, Brentford. Even AFC Bournemouth are doing better than Forest. Bournemouth, yes, they've lost 3. Big defeats to big sides. They've won or drawn all the games they needed to, and they were expected to. Probably did, but it's the magic of Steve Cooper. This manager is unsackable. Such a great manager. What he did to Forest, incredible. Absolutely incredible manager. But Forest are not doing enough. Probably spent too much money. Probably bought too many players. I mean, this squad looks too new. Too new. And Brentford totally did the opposite. They didn't go and buy out a bulk new squad. They kept the same players. They kept that Danish feeling to the club, and it's worked. For me, I think the new signings have ruined them. Sounds harsh, but I think the new signings have ruined them. Totally. Here's Emmanuel Dennis. Fraser says Oliver Arsenal. Oh. Flag was up anyway. Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? When you come up to the Premier League, it's not all about proofing yourselves. Brentford's shown that. As I said, they've not made many signings at all. They've kept Ivan Toney and they've kept that Danish feeling to the club. And it's so well worked. They're not getting relegated, Brentford, never. That's it. They are Premier League proofed. Forest need to take that as an example. I think it's a mistake, making all these signings. A mistake. A real mistake. Just compare Brentford to Forest. Both magical teams. Brentford haven't made signings. And what are they doing? They're playing like a Premier League team. But Forest, they started well. But where's that Premier League magic from them? Exactly. They didn't need to make transfers. They didn't need to buy a new Bulka squad out. They kept that Danish feeling to the club. They kept the Danish. They kept the players from the Championship that brought them up. They've only made 1 or 2 signings. Look where they are. At the moment, I think the top half of the table. They aren't worrying about relegation. Forest, who I think mistakenly have made too many signings, sat down there in the relegation zone when they should be up there. They've got a good enough manager to be up there, but they're down there. And they're losing 3-0 to Leicester. Unacceptable. They did lose a lot, but Cook, oh, that's a mistake. Oh, and Daka. Well, it's a mistake by Henderson there. I know. It's just crazy. Too much money spent. Too much money spent. They did not need to buy a whole new squad. No. Unacceptable. Look, Steve Cooper, class manager. But it's that as much as they needed players, they didn't need to buy the amount they bought. Because the only players from that old Forest squad that I know are flipping Cook, McKellar, and Brandon Johnson. Brentford, I could name numbers of players that I saw in the in the playoffs. Tony, and Burmo, Visser, Aya, all of them. It's pretty much the same squad. Well, here's a chance for Brandon Johnson, and he was cut off there. He's behind for a corner. Look at that from Johnson. What feet. Such a talented youth. He really is. It's cleared away for another one. by Daka. Got up well. Headed it away coolly. And Forest can go again with the corner. Not been too bad at defending corners today, Leicester. It is their Achilles heel though. McKenna was underneath that one and, well, cleared away by Leicester. Back into the mixer, and Ward can comfortably claim that. It's a good challenge. It's a really good bit of play there. And what? Oh, it's brought back for the first foul. It's going to be a yellow card. Let's have a look at Mangala here. He did really well. He was caught there by Samari, who does get the yellow card. It's a poor free kick. Went straight wide and out. I doubt it. I really doubt it, mate. I wish, but I doubt it. If this was Brentford right now, they'd be leading 3-2. Sorry, 4-3. Brentford would never be 3-0 down here. Never. And to be honest, I think Bournemouth will beat Leicester. Shocking from Forest. Oh, Daka, 4-0. That is game put to bed. It was actually a really nice finish by Daka again. And has been a game of really nice finishes from Forest at Leicester. But this is shocking from Forest. What a ball across from Maddison. Oh, goes between two players. Possibly a nutmeg or deflection as well. Shocking from Forest. Really shocking. I'm heavily embarrassed and disappointed by Forest. Because this is not a Steve Cooper team performing. He should have got manager of the season last season, Steve Cooper, and this is not a Steve Cooper side performance. This ain't a Steve Cooper performance. I can tell you right now. No further words, mate. I feel incredibly sorry for Steve. He has not come here yet. I'm sure he'll be here. I reckon he'll probably come tomorrow. I think he made an appearance in the North London Derby, to be fair. Oh. 15 minutes to go, so this will finish at 10-2. So we'll give you till 9:55, I reckon, because we do need to review the week. I'm not sure yet. I'm thinking maybe a championship game or Liverpool Rangers. I'm not sure yet, though. Not sure. Here's Yates. Go away. Go away. Brennan Johnson. Don't know if I'll be able to come tomorrow because I need to revise for a physics test. I'll definitely be here Wednesday. Will you stream then? Yes, I will. I'm streaming all week. Plus a predictions video on Thursday or Friday. Santa Cruz. Sulkout. Yeah, he loves it. He loves it. Oh. I'm glad I'm not a Forest fan because here's Dewsbury Hall. Oh. Unbelievable that a Steve Cooper side is losing 4-0 to Leicester. Unbelievable. Are you in Christchurch, are you? Brennan Johnson. And it was saved by Ward. He's earned Forest the corner. I was just saying, this is not a Steve Cooper performance. It's not. Yes, he is back. Fraser's been all weekend. Oh, it's punched away by Ward. Ugh. Fraser. There we go. He said hi. Hello, Fraser. Oh, it's a good delivery, actually. I think the header was deflected. No, it wasn't. It was off Ryan Yates. So Yuri Tillemans stays done. Yes, you have. He's the goat, sir. He's the goat, sir. He does everything around here. He does the overlays, does the thumbnails. He joins in as well. Can't fault Fraser. Really can't. He's a legend. Dennis Pratt comes to replace Yuri Tillemans. Belgium for Belgium. Oh. can't tell you how much easier it is, yes, to be able to just choose what you eat, to be able to have the freedom to just, you know, you genuinely feel free. Because you have a city around you and you can go wherever you want for lunch, do what you want for lunch. It's genuinely it is energy saving. Yeah, definitely energy saving. So much energy is saved from college, yeah. Because I get a lot of fresh air as well. I don't know what subjects I've got actually tomorrow, but I do leave at 2:30. I know. I get out at 2:30. How luxury does that sound? You get out at 2:30. Start at 8:45, get out at 2:30. Job is a good one. And you get an hour's lunch break, 12 till 1. And as well, you get a break from 10:45 to 11. It's lush. £8:45. Well, you can arrive at 9 if you want to, but you know there's like a window between 8:45 and 9 o'clock to arrive. 9 o'clock, all things start. Oh, there is more freedom. Yeah. You can do what you want in your intervals. Before college, what you want. At breaks, what you want. At the end of college, what you want. All you have to do is turn up for the lessons, and then you can do what you want. No, go home at 2:30, mate. We literally go in at 8:45. 9 o'clock, everything starts. Ouch. Go in at 9 o'clock. Sorry, everything starts at 9 o'clock. Oh, that's alright then, phrase. Go. Yeah, lessons start at 9 o'clock. Yellow card for Maddison there. Shaved by Rob Jones. Not sure what for. Where was I? Going at 9. Lessons start at 9 o'clock. You stay in your lessons for about an hour and 45 minutes. 10:45. Break, 15 minutes. Another hour of lesson. And you get an hour's lunch break, a nice break. And then another 90 odd minutes or so of lessons before the end of the day. So it's quite lush. Oh dear. Yeah, I had a Tesco meal deal for lunch today, actually. I had a nice tomato and basil pasta with a bit of chicken in it. I had a Purdy's Edge to drink, and I had a packet of salt and vinegar McGoys. It was quite a filling lunch, actually. Those meal deals are quite good. Yeah, but I won't be having too many of those because Greg's is a bit cheaper. And obviously, of course, you know, it's always best to save the pennies so I can keep on paying for you guys, of course, you know, because don't know what's happened, but StreamYard prices have gone up. Before I was paying like £18, now I'm paying like 23. Yeah, that's right, yeah, no, that's right. Well, it's not 9 till 3 for me, is it, though? It's 8:45 until 2:30. I say that, but I never actually go in at 8:45. I go in at 10 to. They aren't asked as long as you're in by before 9 o'clock. But they are asked if you're a bit late for lessons. It's the one thing they don't tolerate: lateness for lessons. No, I will not. Too much money, it's a waste. Waste of money, waste of time, no thanks. I'm not going to uni just to be left in a bunch of debt. Is it? Oh, man. I feel incredibly jealous. Yeah, that's nice. Going to be Brighton Tottenham. Ooh, delicious. Palace Leeds. You've seen something. What have you seen, Phrase? Ooh. I have no idea, mate. Something that pays the bills. That's what. You got mock exams on October the 31st to 18th of November. Ouch. '86 minute though here at the King Power for 4 minutes to go. We'll give you 5 minutes post match, you know, so that you can, because I didn't give you any post match yesterday. What is that? That's my shirt. Shit. Completely forgot about that. Daka takes on McKenna. I mean, it's okay for nighttime streams, but in the day, that's going to have to go. True. Oh yeah, when he gets monetised, hopefully he can help me out with those this keyring launch. In fact, well, yesterday, as I said, I went to an Asian wedding. This is the shirt. Actually, Abdi, how would you feel about helping us out with our merch launch and getting some keyrings off me? You know. Well, Dennis delivers. Doesn't force a goal. No. I mean, you're not dumb. You're very good at making thumbnails. You're very good at making overlays, and you're a very smart lad. It's just sometimes, you know, with school, you're not that smart. Doesn't matter. Don't call yourself dumb, Phrase, because you're not dumb. You're an incredibly important person on this channel, and you're an important person now. You know, you've made yourself an important person over the past 2 years. You really have. So don't call yourself dumb. Oh, it's not willy-nilly. It's like, well, we're talking what? £3 odd per keyring. And I know, it sounds a bit expensive, but, you know, albeit a profit in it. You know, Teespring charge you a certain fee for making them. I'd love to sell them at £1, but you don't get any profit. Yeah, I mean, it's not my. If it was my choice, I'd sell them at £1 each. Tops, £1. Well, I don't make them. It's Teespring who make them, so it's their price. I think it's about. I don't know. I have to check the prices, but I think they're about. Well, if I was to get a little bit of profit, it'd be about £3 odd, £2.50 maybe at the minimum. But yeah, they are expensive. But you know, I just have to keep playing my apps. Hopefully, at some point when Fraser's monetizing comes through, he can help me out a bit, you know, with the release, because I'd love to see some merchandise come, you know, like a mug, some shirts, I do want to get merchandise going, because once merchandise is going, I can start wearing it and then, you know, get the word around. And that hasn't just been a, you know, yesterday fantasy. It's been a fantasy for about, well, since I started my channel, to get merchandise going. You'll be honest, okay? What's he going to be honest about? Yates. Oh, Samari's gone. He's been brought down, and Rob Jones has dropped his yellow card. It's okay. I mean, it's not your fault. It's just a shame they cost so much to make. You know what I mean? It would be nice if Harvey Barnes has gone down. Is that a pen? Free kick's given the other way. It was a foul on Aurier, according to Rob Jones. It'd be nice if I could get like a bunch and give them out for £1, but it's not the way it works. And I don't have the tools here to make them, so. My college actually has a business, you know, but it's about £5 a print. I'm not paying that. Yeah. It's a tricky one. It is a tricky one. Really is a tricky one. It'd be nice if they did free samples, you know, free samples. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's what it is. I'll try my best. I'm doing what I can. I'm doing what's in my power to boost my channel. Every single day I always look at the channel and I think, what can I do? What can I do to help it? You know, I revamped this channel because it was refurbished before it was a crap channel. You know, it was just me posting absolute iPad rubbish, you know. Now I've turned it into a football channel and I want to boost it in the best way possible, you know. Before, it was just a channel, you know, because my mates all had YouTube channels, I was doing the same. But now, I was going to give up on it, but then I decided, no, I'm not giving up. I'm going to turn this into something great, and I have turned it into something great. Leicester back to winning ways, 4-0, full time. So I will do everything I can in my power to boost it. Absolutely everything. Anyways, thank you very much for watching, folks. 2 great derbies this week. That was rubbish. Leicester shouldn't have won 4-0. They were great. Not right. It's not the right result though for Forest. Not a good deal from Forest at all. But what a fantastic game week 9 we've had. I'll see you tomorrow for midweek action. Bye bye for now.
By Bet.